right, let's get even more millennial with video. So Chance, to like talk to me just about video in your day-to-day life and just what it means, like how a millennial views video, period.
Yeah. No, it's I think we grew up with those tools, Zoom and all that was kind of as I was going through it. So yeah, we just learned that you don't dial the phone like this anymore. It's not I don't know, I forgot what you call it, but it's not a round table to call. It's you push a button, you see the face, you can interact, you can, it's just the future.
And James, I we can talk about, I mean, it's not as relevant, but just the fact that social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, they're all promoting short form video, right? Like you and I see it when we look at like who gets the ad spaces, what gets promoted in the feed. It's video, right? And so like, is that a signal to inspectors of like, dude, you're missing the boat if you're not thinking about video?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about a social media company, what are they trying to get you to do? They're trying to get you to stay on that that website and consume, right? It's about consumption. And as you consume, as you scroll through Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, sorry, X, as you scroll, there's ads, and those ads go by, and that's how they're making money, right? So they want things that people are able to absorb really quickly and then move on. Video, especially short form video, is exactly that. The other thing, when you think of, and this is a little bit more LinkedIn focused a bit, but LinkedIn really wants to keep everybody's information, like keep you very much on the website. So instead of linking out to stuff, if you just start creating video and you're putting the content right there on a platform like LinkedIn, which is a little less, necessary, I think, for home inspectors. But when you look at Instagram or any of those, people like short video. Give me the information. Don't make me read. Let me get on with my life. If I don't like what you're saying, I'll scroll 2 seconds later. Like it's unfortunately, I find myself consuming so much media, and it's just because it's been made into so many little bite-sized chunks. I just can't stop myself.
Same, same. I'm a YouTube Shorts guy nowadays. Um, Video sells. This is an example here. We'll actually link to it in the description of the actual video of Casey kind of getting himself on video and just conveying his message. So to me, Chance, we could walk through these ways to put video on the websites. Do any of these jump out to you of like, dude, every inspector should be doing this, or any of them just as good things to do?
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I think this was back in video 1 or 2. Like you don't need to go out and spend $2,000 on a camera or a company. He picked up his iPhone and he recorded probably 10 minutes in the backyard of the sun. You're real, you're authentic. It's still professional grade. Our devices still take really good videos these days. So you don't have to invest a lot, just a little bit of time.
I love it. Articulating values, conveying your background, expertise. Everyone has a good story. I truly believe that is everyone has something to tell and something they can promote, and just be genuine. Like Chance said, I think the authenticity wins. Don't try to be anything you're not. Jump on and get those reps in. And James, like we're like marketers, right? We're all marketers and salespeople to some degree. Talk about like the leverage of video. It sounds simple and it sounds like a silly concept, but like you're literally replicating yourself to more than one person as opposed to coffee meeting to coffee meeting to coffee meeting.
Yeah, 100%. And that's, when you think of like this video that Casey has, you're watching it, you're seeing him sit out by his pool. He's explaining who he is, why he does what he does. And guess what happens when Casey shows up on site and somebody's watched this video? Your relationship's already begun. They think they already know you. Casey never had to make a phone call. He never had to send a text. He may have automatedly sent this video out to folks. But suddenly it's like, Casey, tell me about that swimming pool. Is that your house?
Yeah,
Like,
right,
it
right.
was, that's what I thought the first time I saw him. Like, is he at somebody's house? Is that his house? That's a pretty cool pool. I want to sit in that pool. That'd be great, right? Like those kinds of things. When we start, there's kind of a concept in marketing. It's all about storytelling, right? And
Mhm.
kind of my favorite book ever is called All Marketers Are Liars by Seth Godin. And it really, the whole point of this book is saying that if you're doing marketing, basically your job is just to tell people the story that they're telling themselves in their own head. And so by using video like this, you're almost like creating that story in their head before you show up, that when you arrive and you come off as like, hey, this is a genuine person, they're nice. This isn't a Spielberg level production. He's a working guy trying to get stuff done. And then you show up, and they've kind of told themselves that story based off of your video, you're already set up for success. And I think especially as a new inspector, you're going to be nervous. It's going to, your first few reps, you're going to be a little freaked out. Like, this is the kind of stuff that can set you up to be more comfortable because they're going to be more comfortable with you. So it is that force multiplier. Once again, it's just something that you can use over and over and over again. We do it with new hires here. We have there was a company retreat. I don't know how many interviews we do where that company retreat gets brought up because we have that as a part of our hiring area of our website. And so when people watch that video, they feel like they know us, and they really they're better interview candidates for us just because they kind of are more comfortable in what they're walking into. So do the same. Make that video of yourself. Doesn't have to be perfect, like the guys said. Just make it. And you can always update it, once you get that pool put into your backyard, and then you can be like Casey and do your pool video. But, if you got a hot tub or if you got a baby pool, like, do what you got to do, get the video made, get it out there.
Love it. Video in reports. Actually, I want to go back. So I think there's another important point here, and I want each of you to speak to this because it's a very real thing. Like, anytime any of us hit record or put our face on video, we feel a little vulnerability, right? Because we're putting our face on there. We are trying to make a connection. We are trying to convey information. Do you guys have any tips or, frameworks or mentality shifts for inspectors that kind of, like, especially a new inspector probably feels very vulnerable, but like, can you speak to maybe like vulnerability building that connection? It's like the point. It's like a good thing, right? So I don't know if Chance, you have any thoughts around that of just being vulnerable in general can be a good sales like reason to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I think bringing that vulnerability, and Kevin and I talked to you and I talked about this, I don't know, like a month ago, I think, of like putting yourself out there and being on video. When you look at that video, you're going to see like 8 things about yourself that you don't love. That's just the way it works. The reality is no one's going to notice that stuff unless you're doing something incredibly wacky. Like, and they'll probably notice things you never noticed about yourself and maybe have issues with those. But the things that you notice, they'll probably they're never going to see. So, that's one thing. And it's just there's a bit of a Nike methodology to this of just do it, like get on camera. You might do a few takes. That's okay. But the more you try, I think the more comfortable you get. And I think that does open you up eventually to just being more vulnerable, of being able to just share as you. So that practice might be part of it. Like have your friend, have your spouse, have your dog sit across from you, or cat or turtle or whatever you got. And, practice the video a few times and just try to get a little bit comfortable in your skin. I can guarantee you Kevin's made 18 billion videos for home inspectors and on the podcast. I'm sure Kevin's not always 100% comfortable every single day, but eventually you just kind of get over it and you're just you. And the more work you can do to get there and the more practice, it's going to get better and better.
Yeah, it's a superpower for sure. It's like a superpower just to, like you said, just do it and let your guard down and not be a perfectionist. We're all too hard on ourselves as humans in general. And so it's kind of just letting it fly. And Chance, like I love doing this kind of content with you guys because we all are putting ourselves out there trying to put some value into the world and hopefully connects and resonates with people, right?
Oh, absolutely. And like they hit on, you are your own worst critic. Don't take it too hard. Don't take it too serious. When I talk to you guys, I'm nervous in these webinars. You guys are intimidating. I don't know anything about like home inspections or anything like that. Like I'm scared. I just envision me talking to my buddies at a bar and we're just shooting the shit and we're learning about life and we're sharing ideas and experiences. So just put yourself in a good mindset too. You're not talking to a Fortune 500 company. You're talking to a buddy at a bar.
Love it. Love it. All right. Reports or video in reports. This was apparently revolutionary 5, 6, 7 years ago. A lot of inspectors now use it all the time. Some still don't. I admit I still see some inspectors that are either leery of it or don't think it can do as good a job, or just maybe are a little scared of it. So I don't know if you guys had videos in your home inspection reports, but like, what have you heard from inspectors or even clients or agents when it comes to showing a leaky toilet right here?
I was talking to one person who ended up, Corey Seawright, who ended up being on the podcast. And he said he gets business because he does video. And in his area, people aren't doing video with their home inspection reports. The real estate agents love it because their clients love it, but also the agents love it because agents, I think, kind of tend to go towards video. It's very rare, especially when you get into higher end real estate, there isn't some video associated with a real estate sale. So,
True.
you know, just for him, he said, I make videos. I just kind of talk over and quickly explain what everything is. It makes the home buyer feel so much better because it's not just trying to read some words and understand what a picture is. Like even this example we have going here with just like the fingers touching whatever this thing is and pulling on it, showing that it's loose or whatever they're trying to, showing that it's loose. I mean, that's what you like, that gives you the whole picture and the whole story. And so I think you feel more confident that this person knows what they're doing because you're seeing them do the thing that they do. So yeah, 100%. If I was a full-time home inspector, I would be doing video as much as possible.
And it's liability protection. We've done 2 episodes with the elite MGA guys. One of them's a lawyer, one of the most prominent lawyers in the space. And he was like, high def pictures and high def video are almost indisputable because people can't say they misinterpreted the words like they can with big blocks of text, right? If it's 3 paragraphs, they'd be like, oh, I didn't interpret that the way you interpret it. We're sitting here looking at a toilet tank that's loose. There's no disputing that.
Well said.
For remote clients, Chance, I don't think we talk about this enough of kind of like not every, like there's been a lot of moving since COVID. Let's state the obvious. And there's a lot of inspectors we talk to who half their clients sometimes aren't even in the state.
Yep.
So like, talk to me there about the importance of video.
Yeah, again, it's like you said, it's those videos within the report. You're taking them on a 3D virtual home tour. Like, talk about 5-star top-notch service. I'm leaving a review for that guy every time. Like, that was amazing. And yeah, it is like, Colorado, lots of people are in California and New York. They don't got time to waste here. They'll buy stuff sight unseen. So your home inspection report, if you can go through the house with them and give them a real look, that's going to make a sale and that's going to make the agent really happy.
Yeah. And previously, maybe as an inspection, you're like, oh, I never met the person, sent them a report, never heard from them again. But to James's point, you make a connection if you set up a Zoom or FaceTime for 10 minutes to ask them what's important to them. And investors too, they care about this stuff too. So like James said, just do it. We'll have to change that to just do it with a Nike swoosh there. But the bar's low in our industry. Like you guys said, this isn't, performing, heart surgery or some like epic movie. It's just not that serious. So get on camera, show who you are, and then use it in reports.